Logical Zay. It's always more than one way to think about anything. King and queens, I hope everybody's doing good, doing great, taking care of your health, staying to yourself. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the hype button, pop your ish in the comment section. I will be checking, keep it respectful, no disrespecting, all right? Remember, a slow grind is better than no grind. Make sure you subscribe, okay? Y'all see by the title, by the thumbnail, what we got going on, man. Let's get into it.
Men working. They're not on Instagram talking about bull the way y'all be talking about bull. Men work. Men work. They don't have opinions on Instagram. They don't.
Fun fact, I used to actually lay concrete. That cement truck that y'all see right there, I used to do that. Great job. Pays really well, too.
Have opinions on Instagram.
Oh, yes, they do, ma'am. They get on Instagram during their breaks, after work, and also on the weekends.
So I've been in the gym for a few years now, and I can say with absolute confidence, my favorite type of guys are the ones that want to avoid being called weirdos and creeps. And you can always tell which ones they are because they might accidentally lock eyes with you for like a quarter of a millisecond, and then they'll never look at you for the rest of your existence. And I find that to be so funny because they're doing it simply so there's no confusion. There's no reason for you to call them a weirdo or a creep. And to the men out there who are like that, I want you to know that does not go unnoticed. I find it to be so hilarious, but I also deeply appreciate you wanting this to be a safe space for women. So thank you. Thank you, truly.
Well, thank you, miss, for noticing that because modern women today in the gym are just so weird. We don't know what to do. But if you ever see me in the gym staring at you that way, I'm just probably thinking, lady, can you hurry up? I want to use that machine too.
So last night, I'm online shopping on my phone while I'm on FaceTime with someone that
I got a question to the ladies because I've heard this before. Do y'all not like when men approach y'all at the gym? Because I've heard in several places that you guys, don't like for men to walk up on you. Like I've heard women say, don't walk up to me if I'm at the grocery store. Don't walk up to me if I'm out shopping. Don't holler at me at the gas station. Don't holler at me at the gym. So where is men supposed to holler? At the club? Then even at the club, you're not even tuned in. You're tuned out when you're out in public at a social setting. You still don't want to be social at a club. Now, granted, it's kind of difficult, but y'all get what I'm saying. Even when y'all go to like the rodeo or you go to these big places where it's a large audience of people, it still seems like y'all really don't want to fraternize with each other. I'm not saying all, but I've heard a few videos where women just are really against men walking up to them. And I'm just like, so how do you ever meet people?
newly seeing. And why I'm like, oh my God, these pants are so cute. Can you buy them for me? Why did this man just start laughing hysterically, talk about, ha ha ha, buy you a pair of pants? You're done. You're done. Lose my number. Yeah. He woke up to a text message. Yeah, I can't do this anymore. Bye.
They be trying their best to stand on business when it comes to dry begging. Why is this man obligated to buy you a pair of pants? That man is not your husband. And you would think she would break up with him only because he maybe didn't pay for some food or some flowers, especially if they just started dating. This guy should count himself lucky. This man had angels protecting him.
No, facts. He dodged a missile because in the beginning stages, you're already asking and begging for something as if you worked your way up to even be able to require or ask for that. Like, ma'am, wait, what? Wait, you said get you do, huh? Yeah, you're not even talking about the basic things. You are already losing your mind. So imagine 6 months from now. You know what I mean? Imagine a year from now. How much begging? And this is the thing. Men work so hard, right? To be able to have the life that they have. Imagine working your butt off and you have to spend it on somebody that did little to nothing to contribute to your life. All they got to do is come in your life and be attractive in their mind. And they think that you just owe them everything. No, I owe you nothing. The same thing that you're giving me in this situation is what I'm going to give you. If you're giving me little to nothing, I'm going to give you little to nothing. It got to be an even exchange. We're going to cut out all of that. Oh, a man should give 100% of this and a woman should not only, but I should only have to, nah. If you're giving me half a conversations, and I want to say that, y'all fill in the blanks. All right, I'm not trying to curse on this channel. You know what I mean? But if you're giving me half of your energy or if you're giving me half communication, if I'm always trying to pull a conversation out of you, it might not last too long. I'm trying to fight to keep the conversation going because you want to hit me with one word response or, you know what I mean? You just short with your energy, so to speak. You real dull. I'm not dealing with that. And then you think that I'm supposed to just fill your pockets up and empty mine. Nah.
Okay with a woman calling me sassy. I'm okay with a woman going ahead and getting around me saying who gonna be the boys. I'm okay, oh, you a queen or whatever. Just don't call me a real man. Just don't call me a real man, because a woman calling you a real man, that shit damn near like a slur. A woman calling you a real man is like when a white man come up to you and be like, you one of the good ones. That's not a good thing. If a woman call you a real man, that mean you out here disappointing your daddy. Because if a woman call you a real man, that means you probably did something that was completely and only beneficial to her or another group of women. You did some shit that other men would look at you and be like, you are a bitch ass. You know what I mean? Like, for example, right? If a woman texts 3 dudes right now and say, hey, babe, can you send me $500? 2 of them send $500. One of them be like, no. She gonna call the 2 that sent her the 500 real men. And then she gonna call you sassy, not a real man, a bitch, a queen, whatever. Whole time, real niggas know you the real man. Because why the f you send $500 to somebody that could text 3 other for $500 and calling them back? I'm not sending you shit. Why them stupid ditzy ass sent her that cheese and she's like, you're such those real men, real providers. I'm cool. And
exactly, and those type of dudes make it comfortable for women to do this and think that it's acceptable with every dude. But the way you operate with 1, 2, 3 don't mean you can operate the same with 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, it don't work like that. I think that's the problem, and even on both sides, even with men. You think because you could talk to this woman the same way, or you can have this energy with this woman, that you could do those same things and it's going to translate over to all women. No, every individual is different for the most part. Now, you're going to have your selective few that maybe you can act like this with, or you could do it, and it's acceptable. But that's going to depend on your attractiveness and also to how much money you make. Because most people don't mind you being corny, lame, over the top, or whatever. If you got money and that they just look at you like you got status or whatever, they're willing to accept more when you have those 2 things. If you got money, you know what I mean, and you're attractive to them, they're going to let you slide with a lot more. But don't get comfortable in that. You know what I mean? Don't get comfortable. All I'm saying is be good at reading people and know that you can take a stance on something. You don't have to fall for everything just because you think she attractive. Oh, and even if she hits you with the whole flexing thing, like, oh, I got some other dudes that'll do it for me. Okay, fine. I mean, that's cool. I'm just not willing to do what you asking me to do. I haven't even got a chance to know you. I don't even know if you're worth the investment, because that's exactly what you are. You're an investment. Ma'am, I don't know you. This is a gamble. The same way you talking to me, the same way you are putting yourself at risk by talking to me because you don't know me, is the same thing I'm doing in return. That's why we need to get to know each other, to see if I can be safe around you, to see if I can spend money, to see if I can be in your presence and be happy and uplifted and feel joy. Not just if you're attractive and you just want to milk me for my bread.
Keep that shit to yourself.
Dating in 2026 has to be a brand new type of torture.
And once dudes started realizing that, like, it's not much in it for them compared to, like, what they got to put out.
So I've been seeing a lot of videos.
Hold on, let's go back. Bare minimum boyfriend. Hair $250. The nails is $150. Lashes is $80. Dates and fools $600. The BS. Oh, that's funny as heck. $1,280 to $5,000.
So I've been seeing a lot of videos like this in my feed. Basically videos of guys saying how dating isn't worth it, and to quote some of the comments, how the return on investment isn't there, or how it's cheaper to be single. Here's a crazy idea. Maybe if you date women that you like, you'll get a good return on investment. In fact, it's kind of hard for me to think of a statement that dumb. I can't even fathom how you think of statements as stupid as dating is a bad investment, it's a bad return on investment, or it's cheaper to be single. What do you think dating is? Do you think it's like buying an IPO? Do you think it's like investing in stocks? In your mind, do you genuinely think, well, I spent $100 on this girl this week, so I gotta get at least $200 of value back? That's not how it works. I've been dating my girl for 2.5 years, and if I just account one thing, if I just take into account her lowering my cortisol, lowering my stress.
That's the thing that people gotta start putting specifics on. You gotta specify that's your girlfriend. And then guess what? The return of investment is her spending money on you. That's what y'all are missing. Y'all dudes, and when I say it's a bad investment, I mean when you guys are dealing with women that are not reciprocating the energy that you are giving. That's what I'm talking about. Now, respect to homie. You know what I mean? This is not to belittle his message at all, but I'm just trying to clear up what I said. There's no need for me to overextend what I'm doing for a person that's not giving me that in return. That's what I'm talking about when I say bad investment or it's an investment.
If that's the only thing I consider about her, none of her other good qualities, if I just take into account her lowering my stress when I'm around her, me having a long week of work and training and all that stuff, and seeing her and it making me chill out and it lower my stress, that is worth all the money I spend on her, whether it's on dates, eating out, gifts, etc.
Stuff like that make you want to do more for your woman. When you do all of those things after a hard day of work, or even before I go to work, you sending me positive messages, or you just there for me in any way possible, whether it's financially or you just being there physically. All of these things matter. All of these things make us want to do more when we see that the energy is exchanged evenly. Does that not make sense? I'm specifically speaking on the dudes who do this for women just to satisfy them, just to keep their attention. No, brother, that's not it. Then you're doing it for chicks you just dating. You dating all these different, that's draining, bro.
Times 2, times 3, times 4. You see, that's what happens when you're with somebody that you actually like. You're not counting dollars. And not to mention that post that I showed with the guy breaking down the monthly cost was completely stupid. Like, maybe if you're like a trick with no game at all and women only use you for money, you're going to be spending $1,200 a month on a girl that you're dating. But you have to be very, very dumb to do that. Besides that, though, this is what happens when you only date women to crack. You see, when your sole purpose of dating women is just to have sex with them, this is what you get. Because you don't even like these women. You don't like the women that you're interacting with. You don't find them interesting. They don't lower your cortisol. They don't add to your life. They don't make you feel better. So you're over here tracking the dollars and the pennies spent. And you're like, oh, dude, well, I'm spending $200 to go on this nice date, hoping this girl gives it up. And she didn't even do it. That wasn't worth it. Yeah, it's almost like that's not the reason to date people. In fact, the comment on one of those videos was,
and see, that's where me personally, I would have to ask myself, what am I missing? What is it about me that's not fulfilling enough to where I'm dating people or I'm doing things for these individuals who don't see me the same way I see them? If I'm dating somebody and there isn't any true interest outside of it being a physical thing, like us laying down with each other, I want to use my words correctly. I'm not trying to get no yellow mark, nothing like that, y'all. So just try to piece together what I'm saying. But if I only see me laying down with you and I have to spend money, I have to question myself. If you just not genuinely or willingly wanting to lay down with me because you find me attractive, because you truly like me, whether you see me as a boyfriend or a husband or whatever, I'm just not going to go there with it. I'm going to feel less than if I have to overperform with getting you in bed to lay with me. I'm going to feel like a sucker. I'm going to feel like a buster. I'm going to feel like a lowlife and a lame. And I'm going to feel like half of a man if I ever got to overextend something, if I got to overdo something just for a woman to lay down with me that I truly don't see interest in, and I only see us laying in the bed. Then question yourself, who am I if I'm doing all of this and I really don't see interest and this woman really don't make me laugh and she's really not a good person to have conversation with? I only want to lay with her and I have to do all of these tricks and I have to spend money in order to lay with her. Question yourself. Facts.
A guy in a room full of shoes, and he was saying something along the lines of, I haven't been dating for a year and I've been able to accomplish this. Being single is worth it, right? It's so much better. And it's him in a room full of colorful shoes like his closet. In your mind, being single and lonely, not having companionship, not having a partner is worth it because you can buy more shoes. I really wonder why you're unhappy with dating. Like, it's very perplexing that somebody who compares having a partner and having somebody to give you companionship to having more shoes isn't happy. I really wonder how that's possible. TLDR, it actually is worth dating in 2026 if you're not some lame simp who's gonna spend a bunch of money on a woman just to try to crack.
We are living in a different time now because what type of dudes pay for their girlfriend's hair, nails, lashes? I can't even date a woman who wear lashes. Food, all kind of bull crap, maybe her gasoline. It's like, don't she have her own money to pay for this type of stuff? I can see if it's a birthday gift or maybe Christmas. But we all know these are probably the men who be trying to date the so-called baddies, you know.
Facts. Now, for sure, you definitely got to choose wisely, man. And again, question yourself. Like I said before, question you, your actions, who you are in this whole totality. If you have to do all of these tricks to grab somebody's attention, if you do, they probably don't like you for you. They only like you because of what they can get from you. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below. Hello or goodbye. Talk to me. Do not yell at me. We elevate until we hit our head. We ain't bleeding yet. Spread love, not hate. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Be great. Go on.